listening to
Catholic Sprout,
the daily podcast for Catholic kids that strives to plant seeds of faith.
Hey Sprouts, I'm Clara from Holy Heroes. Holy Heroes is a Catholic company that brings the joy of the faith to families, and today I'm here to talk about Our Lady of Champion. You've probably heard of Our Lady of Guadalupe and Our Lady of Fatima, but today I'm going to talk about Our Lady of Champion, which is the first approved Marian apparition in the United States. This means that the church recognizes that Our Lady appeared in Champion, Wisconsin, to a woman named Adele. This week, I'm going to tell you all about this story. Today, I'm going to tell you about the woman who saw Our Lady. Marie Adele Brise was born in Belgium. She was born in 1831 and lived with her family on a farm. When she was young, Adele had a very sad accident. She got chemicals in her right eye. Even though her family tried to help her and they had a doctor come and look at it, they weren't able to save her eye, which means that for the rest of her life, Adele could only see with one eye. Even though this is sad, Adele was still very joyful and continued to love her family and her faith on her little farm in Belgium. Because her family needed help on the farm, Adele wasn't able to go to school. However, the local Catholic sisters taught her catechism and taught her to love Our Lady. When Adele was young on her first communion day, she and her friends made a special vow. They vowed that they would become missionaries, just like the religious sisters in her town. Adele was hopeful that one day she would join this religious convent and spend her life teaching children about the Catholic faith and to love Our Lady. However, when Adele was still a child, the Great Potato Famine hit Europe. Potatoes were pretty inexpensive, so they were a main food source for many poor families throughout Europe. At first, Adele and her family thought that they could still survive even with the Great Potato Famine taking away most of the potatoes in Europe. However, after several years of struggle, the family realized that it was becoming too expensive to find other means of food, and they began to look for other options. After some struggle, Adele's family decided to sell the farm and to immigrate to the United States, along with thousands of other people. Adele was unsure if she was going to go. At this point, she was an adult, so she could stay behind in Belgium. She talked to her parish priest about it and told him about the vow she had made to become a missionary. Her priest reminded her that she hadn't vowed to join the religious order in her hometown in Belgium. She had just vowed to become a missionary. And he said, if you are going to become a missionary, you can do it in the United States. Comforted that she was still following the will of God, Adele decided to join her family in their immigration to the United States. So in 1855, on June 9th, Adele and her family boarded a ship to sail across the entire Atlantic Ocean to New York. Once they arrived, they began to travel from New York all the way to Wisconsin. They took wagons, canal boats, lake steamers, all the way to their little farm. Adele was very happy at her new home and was excited to begin her new life and see what God's plan was for her time in the United States. Something really unexpected happened that Adele could never have foreseen. I'm going to tell you about it tomorrow, so make sure you come back to hear the rest of the story.
That's it for Catholic Sprouts today. We'll be back tomorrow, but until then, continue to grow in your faith and truly sprout into the beautiful creation that God created you to be.
Holy Heroes brings the joy of the faith to families through unique games, books, and free online resources. You can learn more about Our Lady of Champion at holyheroes.com/champion. And don't forget to sign up for our free weekly Mass Prep program for weekly videos, printables, quizzes, coloring pages, and so much more. Go to holyheroes.com/massprep to sign up for this free program.
This podcast is part of the Spoke Street Network. For more great podcasts, visit spokestreet.com.